director's report, please.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Grinstead, and I have initiated the recording so that we can have this for later on. Let me pull up our director's report. Just to give an end of year count as we approach SOL testing and all the things that are related to that, we are ending the year with 854 in-division students spread across four providers that were utilized, Stride being the biggest at 557 in division, Imagine Learning 231, Edmentum 48, and Virtual Virginia full-timers 18. We have hundreds of singleton placements, but those are the only full-time students. And we finished right at 5,000 out of division students taken for 8 divisions out of 18 taking out of division students. We are in, like I said, it mentioned in the heat of SOL testing prep, beginning 26-27 enrollment. The process for that varies by each provider, so it's a little bit all over the place in the beginning, but basically all enrollment portals are open. So families can go to the R7 website, families can go to the Stride specific website, the Virtual Virginia specific website, to individual schools, and then all of that throughout the course of the summer gets brought to me to ensure that we're enrolled and notified and communicated with. So we are open for 26-27 enrollment. With a lot of times I get this question from board members, is there an eligibility criteria? Yes. That is posted on r7va.org under registration. There is an eligibility criteria of what is required for students to participate. We are doing the same, or I guess hosting the same providers this coming year as we did last year. We're not doing a request for any new proposals. We did have a new one this past year that no school division utilized. They will continue to be an option. It's just that last school year nobody used them. We will invoice. We can talk about this on the financial aspects later on as well, but we will send out an invoice in May, due in August for the coming school year. There is no change in the annual payment of $5,000. That will remain the same as it has in years past. A pricing document will also be shared with the divisions this summer, and there is no change in that either. So all of those things remaining steady. Homeschool recruitment, I offer this up every year to superintendents, and I'll share this with them tomorrow. That is the population we do try to target. We don't really try to target any other population. So if school divisions need me to discuss anything with a particular family or host a meeting for homeschool families, I'm happy to do that, and have done that in the past and been able to recoup several homeschool students, because that ultimately is our goal. In terms of recruitment. So if I can help with anything else, everybody knows where to find me, but that's all I have for the director's report, Dr. Grinstead.
How's the grades? How have the grades been?
It's roughly equivalent to what a brick and mortar produces. You have probably 15 to 20% that do not do what I think should be done, right? And then you have the remainder that do just fine. So I would say that's pretty comparable to a brick and mortar placement. You know, the difference is that we do have the ability to revoke the privilege of going this option. And sometimes we utilize that, and sometimes there's extenuating circumstances that don't allow us to do that. We have a lot of medical placements where a doctor will sign off that virtual is the best placement for a student. And if those students don't do well, our hands are a little bit tied in getting them back in person. But I would say it's comparable to a brick and mortar at roughly 15 to 20% below what I think should be the expectations.
Okay.
Kristen,
Thank you.
which one was not utilized at all last year?
It's VCA. It's let me pull it up. It was a new one they originated in Ohio, and it goes by VLA, which is kind of confusing with the Virginia Literacy Act. It gets very confusing. And the reason I think they weren't utilized is they offer a lot of what we already had. The only reason we added them in, or one of the reasons we added them in, was because they would allow divisions to use their own teacher to go over to do virtual content. So if we needed a Spanish one, we had a Spanish one teacher, but we only had one and we needed two, we could create the virtual content with the Spanish and then do it through this platform. So they offered that one small thing that the others didn't offer, and I just don't think any school division needed it.
Okay.
Yeah. Good question.
Any other questions? Okay. How about our physical agent report, please?
That's me as well. You have the documents in Tammy's email. We are sitting fine financially. We do still receive the financial kickbacks for every enrollment, there's a percentage of that money that comes back to R7 based on which provider is utilized. And then Stride K-12, we invoice them for $35,000 annually. So they supplement an additional $35,000 towards the program.
Okay. Any questions on the financial report?
And just a note that Radford City is our fiscal agent. So Miss Carrie Long handles that. I want to thank her for that, for handling that for us.
Okay. Next on our agenda is action items. We need to approve the minutes from the September 18th, 2025 meeting and January 15th, 2026 meeting.
I
Has
make a
everybody read the
motion, we-
minutes and
I make a motion, we approve both sets of minutes.
I second.
okay. Any further discussion? Okay. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Any opposed? Okay, they're approved. Okay, next on our agenda is discussion items.
So I think we had one more action item, Dr. Grinstead.
Okay, did I miss it? Wrote it down. What was it?
It's superintendent approval for new hire. And I'll take that. We have posted the stipend position for enrollment assistance next year. It's on r7va.org. It is up to 100 hours for $2,200 roughly. I'm just requesting of the board that we grant permission that once I interview and have a candidate that I would like to select, I would just like that the board, if it wishes, to allow the superintendents to approve that hire rather than a board approval, which we have superintendent approval anyway, but we have those meetings monthly and we don't have this meeting monthly.
Okay. Any questions?
I make a motion that we give the superintendent permission to hire.
Second.
Have a second? Okay. Any further discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Sorry I missed that. I had to write this out longhand. I bought a new printer and I have worked with, trying to get it to connect. Sometimes it will, sometimes it won't. Well, it wouldn't connect this time. So I may have missed it when I
life, Dr.
transferred
That's
it, yeah.
okay. No problem.
Okay. Any discussion items?
We do not, no.
Okay. I guess we're almost through, aren't we?
We are.
Okay, future business items. Our date of our next meeting will be September 17th, 2026.
That is correct. Unless anybody has any notable conflicts with that date.
Okay, do I have a motion to accept that date?
I make a motion. I second.
Okay. Okay, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Okay, it's carried. I'd like to thank everybody. As you know, we try to stay on it, so not all, everybody's super busy and going to get through this. So I have a motion to adjourn.
So moved. I second.
Thank you, everybody. I
Okay.
appreciate it.
All in favor, please.
Thank
All in
you.
favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Thank you. Appreciate